back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog tennis, and with us head coach Chad Berryhill. And coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Rob.
Weather outside may not look like spring, but your season here in the spring off to a great start, a busy start, and a lot of action here over the past week or so.
Yeah, a lot of action. Getting both the men and the women started for the spring is great. Usually the men are kicking off our spring season, but yeah, we had 3 matches this week for the men and 3 for the women, so a lot of tennis.
The men obviously started conference play as well at Grand Valley State to start the week on Wednesday night, and an exciting win 6-3 over the Lakers.
Yeah, always exciting to play your arch rival Grand Valley. Kind of surprising to play them so early in the season, and we knew that was going to be a big match. Also a late start down there with 9 p.m., so usually it's well attended. The fans definitely helped us out, and they had a good attendance with their fans as well. But dropped the doubles point 2-1, which we knew it was going to be huge, but our singles really stepped up. We dealt with a few injuries, especially our captain Laurent Gallarneau at number 1, so we knew that was going to be a tougher match to get through for him. But the guys played great overall, and it was good to get the win over Grand Valley.
Let's go back to the women's side here. An exciting fall, and you come back in the spring as you get ready for the NCAA championship season. Talk about how the women's team transition from the fall to the spring and what's taking place on the women's side.
Yeah, the fall ended well for us. A little bit disappointing. We thought we could have ended up a little bit higher in our conference standings, but the girls have been working extremely hard. Definitely with the fitness, still getting as much tennis in as we can, as allotted by the NCAA rules. So it's a little bit strange when you're playing in the spring. You're typically playing teams that are practicing every day, and we don't have that luxury. But they're playing good tennis. Even they were kind of joking that they're playing better now than they did in the fall. But good win on Friday night for them, and we just continue to get better.
Took on Olivet Nazarene at home on Friday, and talk about that match, what the Bulldogs did well.
Yeah, doubles, like we always talk about, was big. I thought all 3 of our teams played really well in the doubles, and then in singles was just about staying out there, making a lot of shots, which we did. Unfortunately, we had an injury after the doubles, which resulted in our number 2 player, Shawnee Ann Brailsford, having to retire from her match. Thought a match that she could have won if she got to finish, and unfortunately that put her out for the rest of the weekend. But overall, everyone's been stepping up, and we've been working a lot from fall to spring on just being more consistent with singles points, and they definitely did that on Friday night.
And then took on Olivet Nazarene as well, and again, a quick turnaround time after that late night match, just a day or so before. Talk about the men's performance in the 9-0 sweep.
Yeah, the men did a great job. We definitely needed to bounce back after losing the doubles point with Grand Valley, and I think that everyone came out with a lot better energy there. They really challenged us at number 1 and number 2 singles, which I was surprised. They were out a couple players as well, but our guys were able to pull out some matches there late, which is great. And then we got a couple freshmen playing 5 and 6 that are just getting some experience. I thought they played really well, and the middle of our lineup is very tough. Tyler Bridges is yet to lose a match so far this spring, which is great, and Roger Hernandez has been doing a great job at number 3, getting a lot of victory, so played well.
Big match then on Saturday for both teams taking on Indianapolis, an important regional type of match and a hard-fought match on both sides.
Yeah, that one's still hurting on the guys' side to lose a 5-4. Again, it came down to the doubles. We were down 1-2 after doubles. Our singles really performed well. Like I said, Laurent was hurt, but that's the best match he's played since injury, and was able to pull out a 7-6 win in the third, which was huge. Roger pulled out a 7-5 win at number 3 to kind of keep us in it. Tyler won his match. Kind of a surprise to lose at the number 2 spot. I thought Vasil Serduk, one of our guys that joined us in January, he's been playing good tennis, but just had a little bit of an off day, and came down to that match at number 6 where I think we're a little bit nervous, a little bit tired, and dropped that 1-6-0, which hurt. But overall, our guys competed great, and I think that bodes well for us going into the GLIAC season after spring break.
Women's team obviously taking on Indianapolis as well, and then on Sunday against Division I opponent Western Michigan. How did the women fare in what went well in those 2 matches?
Yeah, I kept telling them I think we're just playing a lot better tennis, especially with the doubles. They're kind of looking at me, like, hey, we're not winning these matches, but I think we're really outplaying our opponents in the doubles. It's just a matter of execution. Like I said, it was tough having Shawnee Ann out. She played number 1 for us all fall, and then has been playing number 2 in the spring. So to have her out and have everyone have to move up a spot is very difficult. But the girls were up to the challenge. They competed really hard. Same thing with Western Michigan. I think we were a little bit nervous in the beginning when you're playing a Division I program, but thought we really outplayed them in doubles, and in singles they just proved to be a little bit too much, a little bit bigger game than we're used to seeing in our conference. But Noelle Lungi and Simba, she really played well over the weekend. She had to play a girl from UIndy that won our regional. I think she's top 10 in the country, and played her really tough, and also took Western Michigan's #1 down to the wire with her matches. She played well, and Olga Martinsson, she's always out there playing hard and grinds out some long matches, and she did a great job.
After that busy stretch, you get this week to prepare, and then off to Florida for 5 matches with both teams over the spring break period.
Yeah, we're leaving Thursday night. I don't know how much rest I'll get before then, but our players are really excited. We get to play a lot of matches. I think the women are playing 5 matches in 5 days. I think the guys are playing 5 matches in 6 days. So a lot of tennis, but we get a chance to play some nationally ranked opponents, which is huge as we try to move up and get both programs ranked. And it's going to bode well for the men as we return and start getting into our GLIAC conference play. I think that's really going to help us out playing these tough matches.
As you go down to Florida, I'm sure a chance to get outdoors as well. You haven't had a whole lot of those opportunities here in Michigan.
Yeah, finally outside. Hopefully the temperatures will be somewhat mild so that we can last. But kind of interesting for me, the first facility we get to play at is a place that I coached at for 5 years, and then we'll be over in Orlando, another place I got to coach at. So it's kind of a homecoming for me to go down there and compete. But you know, for our players, it's fun. It's just good to get outside, as we're not going to be able to get outside until probably the NCAA tournament. So it's good to get that experience, and hopefully we can pull some wins while we're down there.
Well, Coach, best of luck to the Bulldogs. Congratulations on all the success you've had so far this spring, and best of luck down in Florida.
Thanks, Rob.
That's going to do it for another episode of Ferris Sports Update. Reminder, you can follow all the action online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Thanks for tuning in.